I wanna play some music. Oh, yeah. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Welcome. Welcome back. Or if you're new, then just welcome. My head probably look a hot mess because my hair be uneven. All right. Welcome back to the Latido Show. So today's video is going to be about my first year in college because some of you have asked me questions or to make a video about it. So I finally did it. So let's get right into the video. Coming on campus, you're probably gonna get lost because the campus isn't too big, but it's big enough. Like, you have to memorize where different buildings are because on your schedule it's not gonna have like the full building. It's gonna have like the abbreviation, and you need to know so you won't be late like I almost was on my first day. And if not, just ask people around. Like, people are really nice and they will tell you like, this is where this class is, or this is where this building is. So don't be afraid to ask. And that's another thing, like, don't be afraid to ask for help. Like, it's a lot of resources and stuff on campus. Like, you have the TAs who are very willing to help you because of course that's their job. So you could just go to them for help with homework. You can go to writing resources if you need help writing a paper, like your 210 paper or any of your papers for your classes. You can go to counseling services. It's just a lot of places that you can go, or people you can go to get help. Like, don't be afraid to ask. You don't want to struggle or feel like you have no one when you have a lot of people. So, like I said previously, I'm going to be talking about my first year. And let's just say it was okay. I'm not going to say it was super duper great, good, whatever. Now, I'm not gonna say that it was like extremely hard, but it was just okay. I personally would say that first semester was easier than second semester, and I feel like that's because like the teachers didn't want to be too hard on you because you are an incoming freshman. Like, they don't want to like give you all this work and stuff like that. So I feel like that's why it was easier. Then, second semester is when you have like finals. It was kind of tough, like having to stay up and study and being stressed and all that. But you're going to get used to it eventually, having that set schedule. And if you didn't know, first semester, you don't choose your classes. The school chooses your classes, which I was kind of like, because I had an 8 a.m. And that was kind of tough because I feel like 8 a.m.s in high school are totally different than 8 a.m.s in college. Because in college you have that freedom. You can stay up all night if you want to. And then if you have an 8 a.m., then that kind of affects everything. So yeah, that 8 a.m. was kind of rough. But eventually I got used to it. But you do choose it the second semester. And also, with that being said, you're required to take Wellness 101 and 102. And that's basically like a health class. So yeah. And you have to buy a book and the access code and all that. Personally, I would say that was a waste of money because we barely opened that book both times we took the class. So it was just like, What? And you can either have a final or a midterm. It just depends on the teacher. But yeah, I feel like that was a waste of $94.50. All freshmen are required to take GSTR 110 and 210 their freshman year, which is a seminar class, I guess. And then you have, especially for 210, you have a topic that you discuss and you write a 10 to 15 page research paper on that topic that the class was about. And 110, you also, when you were like doing the little Berea portal, whatever, you set your interests, and that's the class that you got put in. But some people don't get put in the class that they want to, so you basically have to deal with it. But yeah, you're required to take those freshman year. They choose your labor position as well. Like, you have to send in this whole little, I think like a resume or something like that, and they choose it. And I worked with Student Life, which is in alumni building where dining and stuff like that is. So that was my job, and I rotated 4 times. So I started ground floor, and then I was an event tech, and then I did info desk, and then last I was an FA, which is a facilities assistant. in the building, so I was cleaning. And then now when I go back to school, I have to go early, and I'm gonna be an RA in Seabury, which is like a new dorm. Also with the labor position, you're not gonna be making that much money. We get paid $5.55 an hour, which is way below minimum wage, which is nothing. And it's just like, wow. But be grateful, because a lot of people at different schools don't even have such thing called a labor program. Oh, and the shuttles. Speaking of, yeah, there are shuttles that take you to Walmart on different days, and you can sign up for a time at the front desk in alumni. And you also can go to the mall or the movie theater. So if you don't have a friend with the car, then you always have the shuttle to take you. So that's a pretty cool thing. But also with friends and boyfriends and girlfriends and people, don't think everyone is your friend, because I'm sounding so like mad, but okay, let me calm down. But don't think that everyone is your friend, because you know people be switching up, and you don't need that negativity in your life. So if you have to snap and cut them off, then do that, because at the end of the day, it's about your happiness, and you don't, like I said, you don't need that negativity. And then with being in relationships, like, don't rush into anything, you feel me? Because like you just want to get used to stuff. Like, you don't want to just hop into a relationship like, dang, can y'all breathe? Y'all just got to college. Like, it's okay. You can get to know them, but I'm not saying you, if you did that or anything is a problem. Do what you want to do at the end of the day. Like, that's you, but it's more beneficial if you get to know, you know, the school and find yourself and stuff like that. Like, don't feel like you have to rush into a relationship. Like, you might have feelings for somebody because you might see somebody cute, so you be like, but yeah, don't feel like you have to jump into a relationship. Get to know people first, because that's better than, you know, being in a bad toxic relationship. The food. Some of you may wonder how the food is in dining, and let's just say it's not the best. Like, which is funny, a lot of people order like Domino's and Pizza Hut because dining was nasty or it was closed. So if you're one of those people that hate dining, you better save up some money to order whatever every now and then. You can't have cars your first semester, which is kind of like, but you're really not gonna go anywhere. And if you have upperclassmen friends like I have, you can ask them for rides to Walmart, or like if you want to go to a party or something and they're going, you can just ask to go with them. So yeah, and with that being said, parties. If you're coming and you're thinking that you're gonna party, or this is a party school, you have it all the way twisted, because that's not the case. Like, you're gonna always, or majority of the times I would say, you're gonna have work to do, and you're not even gonna have time to even party, or you're gonna be too tired to party. So don't think like, oh, I'm gonna come here and have a blast. Like, it's gonna be parties, of course, on campus, but it's not too big of parties like ones in like Richmond or Lexington. But we do have little things. Like, we had the silent DJ party, which was my personal favorite. We had a thing called Jammy Jam, where you wore pajamas to the party and just dance. Like, it was just a regular party. And the people that do that are CAP, which is the Campus Activities Board. So they like come up with all the ideas for like different events. You also have to do your swim screening test. And that was, for me, that was kind of yikes. Because I thought I could swim. Like, I can low-key kind of swim, but I'm not the best swimmer, you feel me? So I failed the screening, and I have to take the class sometime throughout my 4 years. Like, you don't have to take it your freshman year if you fail the class. Like, if you want to take your senior year, go ahead. But yeah, I failed it, but if you pass it, you don't have to take the class. But if you fail it like I did, you have to take the class. And I was like, you also have to attend 7 convocations. Those are like things where they do speeches or there are performances from people around the country. But some of them are like really interesting, so you get to choose which ones you want to go to. So that's pretty cool. And they're like an hour and like 15 minutes long, so it's not that bad. There are plenty, when I say plenty of things that you can do on campus. Plenty of things. You can join like different clubs, different dance teams, different choirs. It's just so much for you to do. Don't feel like it's all about work, but also since there's a lot of work, you might not be able to do all these different clubs and activities and stuff. With that being said, make sure that you prioritize, because if you try to do too much, it becomes overwhelming. And I can say that from personal experience, because first semester and second semester I did cheer, and then I did BME, which is Black Music Ensemble, first semester. And I couldn't do a second semester because cheer was going on at the same time, and I couldn't do, you know, both. In second semester I did kinetic expressions, which is the dance performance, and it was just so much for me. And I stress very easily, so I had to like cut some of that off, like not do everything my freshman year. Like, you have 4 years to do whatever you want to do. Make sure that you comment, like, subscribe, whatever. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to just comment below. Like, I will be more than happy to answer your questions, and I will try to get to them as quickly as possible. But now that it's summer break, I have plenty of time to do that. Bye.